Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, and for the top four seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the Wisconsin Badgers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. The pass rush closing in. And it's incomplete. Even on a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
You know, I talk to defensive coordinators all over the country, and they're quick to point out the term affecting the quarterback. They kind of almost get offended when you want to talk to them about sacks. Sometimes it's just about getting into his face, affecting his vision. It's exactly what they did right here.
First down here for this offense. The defense with more pre-snap movement. Off the play fake on first down. Quick throw to the left. Oh, that one's picked off. And he's got some open field ahead. And he steps out of bounds. A solid return and a great play to set up his offense here.
Chris, that one cost him. He's just trying to get something started here early in the game, trying to take a chance, but it backfires. The defense in great position to come up with that interception.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Ball handed off. Defense stops him, but that's a solid game.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
The shotgun handoff here. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Well, no surprise for an offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
Point after, knocked right through. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Makes a nice move there. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Handoff here from the shotgun. And the ball to the ground. They scoop up the ball. It's still a live play here.
But it's a good job by the defense to force the fumble, but you have to have the collective awareness for someone to get on top of it. It's a lucky break for the offense.
Handoff in a single back formation. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line. And the Mustangs looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Can he make it to the marker? Running through the tackle. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back. Get the first down on this 3rd and short. See what you can do from here.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Receiver makes the grab, and he's brought down, but it's a first down, spotted near the 41.
The defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The Mustangs line up on 1st and 10 now. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Spinning out of the tackle. Breaks a tackle on the play, makes a decent gain.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ponies.
Great job here by the play caller, going to that 5 wide receiver set. You put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. It's very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. This one will be fair caught. And the Wisconsin offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
2nd down play coming up. The shotgun run call. That's a big hit at the end, but they earned a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Offense will keep it on the ground here. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
3rd down play for this offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. And moves the ball to the 35, and another first down.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
The key here to me, Chris, is the receiver runs a precise route, and the timing is impeccable. Quarterback cannot hesitate, because if he does, it could be pick six going the other way.
And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. And he finds his tight end for the catch. 0 running room, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the 1st down. Receiver makes the catch. And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the 1st down.
Chris, give him some credit here. He's fighting to get to that 1st down, breaks the tackle, just comes up a little bit short of the 1st down.
So now on comes the field goal unit. The field goal is good.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? They'll run it here. Fighting off the defender. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
So one play moves the ball to the 38. Another 1st down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Tight end makes the grab. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield of the 48.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
He's escaping the pocket now, trying to get the throw off. Just throws it away, but takes a big hit in the process.
Mobility can be a blessing or a curse for some quarterbacks. Sometimes they feel that they can make a play on every single opportunity because they have such speed, instead of just getting down or throwing.
And he lofts one deep over the middle. Caught near the goal line. He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. Kicking team on now for the extra point. The extra point is good, so it's 14-10 now. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Wisconsin offense back out on the field. They moved it last time, but settled for a chip shot, looking to find the end zone this time. Looks to his left and makes the completion. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, you can see when the offensive line does their job and gives this quarterback time to throw, you're going to see plays like this and 1st downs for the Badgers offense. They've had some good ones over the years. Very efficient. Of course, Russell Wilson is the name that stands out, but they've had others. Scott Tolzien, Darrell Bevel, Jim Sorgi, Brooks Bollinger. Some good quarterback play that always seems to make the right decision.
Quick throw to the left side. And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. He's looking to scramble. He's past the marker, still on his feet. No fear shown by the freshman quarterback to pick up the first down himself.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. They'll test the right side here. And we're able to tackle the ball carrier there.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fix. They holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Give it to the back again. Fighting off the tackler. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Returner decides to fair catch this. And here comes the Badgers offense back out on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. That'll pick up a first down. They'll spot it at the 38.
Boy, nice throw here by this Wisconsin quarterback. Good route by the receiver and a first down for the Badgers. And when Wisconsin control the football to complement their running game, they're a very dangerous offense to deal with.
Looking to throw it on first down. He pulls in the catch. He's found some room at the 45. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. The drive stays alive with that first down completion. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. First down, looking to throw the football. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
This defense is so caught up in defending this pass game. I think here they just completely forgot about this guy's ability to run the football. Good, solid gain, and he gets out of bounds.
They look to throw it here on second down. The pass is caught, and he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. And the Badgers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete, all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers. That's just nice execution. Quarterback and receiver perfectly in sync that time.
Yeah, you can see why route running is one of the most underrated attributes of a receiver. It's easy to get caught up on their ability to catch or their vertical or their speed, but nothing substitutes for someone who can create separation like this before the ball's even thrown.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner opportunity to bring this back. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown in their last possession. but they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, the quarterback had plenty of time, but ultimately just couldn't take advantage of it.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. DB is looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Looking to scramble now. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. And the Mustangs will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. Lets it go quickly. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. And looking to throw now on first down. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
He's hit as he throws it. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down. Here comes the bunch formation. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Wisconsin offense is back out on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Finding space at the 20. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Out past the 30. Inside the 10. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Chris, you don't see this kind of play very often. That is coast to coast. This guy, with the speed that he has, when you get him into the open field, we know how dangerous he is, but it started at the line of scrimmage. Great blocks up front, initially to free him up, and then the rest is all about that speed.
PAT puts them up 3. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Down he goes, a sack.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
He eludes the rush, trying to extend the play. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. And now another deep ball here. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
The defense is electing to play double coverage on this receiver, and the quarterback still tries to squeeze the ball in there.
Looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the grab. Now the offense will spend a timeout here. Want to come up with a perfect call on this important play coming up. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. We get the second half started with the running play.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
That run takes it across the 30-yard line.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments, go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
He'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Gets into space at the 50. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. Man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching the game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And that run produces a decent gain.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Come up on third down. Solid drive. Defense trying to get off the field here. Try and muscle for the first down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on third down, almost pick up the first down. What it does, though, is gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that first down.
So they'll pass up the long field goal attempt and keep the offense on the field for fourth down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. This will fall incomplete and a turnover on downs.
Oh, my gosh, a drop pass here on this fourth down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. Last possession produced a field goal. Let's see what they can come up with this time. He hands it off from the gun. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
And the completion made. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here,
He can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Getting set. Here's second down. They'll hand it off. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. It's third down, quarterback in the shotgun. Pass caught, can he get in? Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal.
Love that big target on third down. He's got great athletic ability, but it's his size that creates such a matchup advantage. And when you get to third down, just put it up in the air and let him come down with it.
Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, the defense does a really nice job here of not only pressuring the quarterback, but not tipping their hand with coverage. They went to double coverage, but didn't show it till late. They confused the quarterback, and they almost came up with an interception.
Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Ball sits at the 2-yard line for third and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He was looking for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. They've got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Touchdown, Ponies. That puts them on top in the second half. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Wisconsin offense back out on the field. Defense got a big 4th down stop in the last possession. Let's see what happens here. Fires it to the wideout. Wow, lays out and makes a spectacular catch. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. On first down, they'll keep their running game churning. And he's brought down short of the line to gain in what should be the last play of this third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, SMU 31, Wisconsin 24.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Oh, and he dropped it. Might have heard some footsteps there over the middle. That brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you got to have to come up with and make a catch.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on third and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. and is intercepted. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. Suddenly, this is a tighter game. You'd love to build a drive, choose some clock. How aggressive will they get with the play call? And the Socs were able to bring him down quickly.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Running back has it on a screen now. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he's looking to make a big play downfield. Touchdown, Mustangs. This offense is still clicking. That's another passing strike from this quarterback. He is having himself a tremendous ball game.
Boy, this guy just can't miss. Every single time he throws, it seems like he's coming up with another touchdown. The receivers are running good routes. He has enough time to throw. Man, this poor defense, they might want to think about changing up the coverage. Because right now, it is not working.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. And here comes the Badgers offense back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Caught quickly.
Well, it's another positive play, but man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
He's moving out of the pocket now. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Receiver makes the catch. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. And the Badgers will come to the line to crank up the tempo. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. They stop him, but it's a first down. The offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's running out of time here. Avoiding the sack, but the scramble results in just a very short gain. No huddle here for the offense. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. And the Badgers come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Makes a quick grab. Touchdown, Badgers. Still no answer for this offensive machine. That's a crucial score. Kirk makes it a one-possession game and makes the stretch run of this very interesting.
Yeah, now the pressure turns to their opponent and their offense. The momentum is starting to tilt, and it's your job to go into your 4-minute offense. But I'd expect this defense to be extra aggressive to try to get this ball back.
PAT is good. They still trail, though. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Returner trying to create good field position. Gets it to the 25-yard line, and that's where they'll start the drive. brings the Mustangs offense back on the field. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all three to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
And the single back takes the handoff. Tackled at the 40, that'll earn a fresh set of downs.
You know, sometimes, Chris, we get caught up in the speed and the quickness, and obviously those are important assets to have as a running back. But what you just saw from this guy, and he's had a pretty good day, is his ability to break tackles in the open space. And he gets through those arm tackles. You can see what he's capable of doing after being...
And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, SMU.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll try a pass here. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. They stop him after a short gain. It's not a first down. Now it's second down here. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Quick throw, misses his mark there, incomplete.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Can he take it all the way? Inside the 10. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Ponies. And the interception taken to the house, a big 6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick 6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Offense is back out on the field. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. Looks to the left and it's complete. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, now that we're in the final couple minutes of this game, it's a good time to just kind of step back and appreciate the job this defense has done throughout the entire game. They've applied pressure. They've been physical at the line of scrimmage. Good job in space. And a big part of the reason.
Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Past the 20. Past the 10. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a first and goal for this offense. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Man, I love this. Chris, I don't think they're going to have a chance to come all the way back. But here we are, under 2 minutes to go, and they continue to show some fight. And then, you know what? Who knows? Maybe you cover an onside kick and you get right back in it.
And the point after is good. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They got some things to work out here. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the kick is a squib kick, taken by one of the up men. He's brought down at the 28.
The SMU offense will take over. 1st and 10.
And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll keep it on the ground with the counter play. Fights through the tackler. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a 1st down at the 42.
You know, a lot of people feel running backs with elite speed shy away from contact, but that wasn't the case there. Instead of running around the defender, this back elected to run right through him.
Breaks loose at the 45. Big play across midfield. Now they're threatening at the opponent's 38. Well, finally some room to run for this back. The defense had done a good job containing him until that play.
Well, they've done a really good job up to this point, Chris, of containing him. He finally does get out, but I think it's an example of why you don't give up on the running game. Even when you're not necessarily coming up with big carries, you're just kind of body blowing this defense, and eventually, bang, you're able to hit a big one here when it really matters.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. Well, the coach is kind of expected to be this kind of game, an offensive show. Who's going to make one more play at the end to get the win, and they did it.
Yeah, you mentioned the coaches. I think we had a feeling that this game had a chance to get into at least the 30s, and we weren't disappointed. These offenses came to play, but you're right. One defense made some plays when they had to, and the other one didn't. Simple as that.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbst